Oh, God. I know what it looks like. Looks like I'm another Asian kid who's in finance talking about his investment banking career, but that's not the case. I actually majored in psychology and I'm actually a consultant now. So there's that. So today we'll be talking about a topic that I've been pondering for the past year / been struggling with, and I wasn't really able to find any content online or on YouTube on it. So I hope you're able to find some lessons and value from my personal experience with this. For the longest time, I didn't realize I was struggling with post-college depression. I just felt lost and confused most of it, and then some days I just felt hopeless until someone told me like, hey, you're struggling with post-college depression. And I was like, me? Oh crap. Kind of snuck up behind me, and it sucks. I'll tell you the reality of life after college that kind of hurt for me. It's isolating and way more lonesome than you could possibly imagine. Not to say that there aren't benefits to being an adult or graduating college. Most of the time you're kind of doing things on your own and you don't have access to your support networks as you did in college. You don't have 10 friends living 5 minutes away from you, or someone who's always down to hang out or chat. When you're in the adult world, you're kind of alone and everyone else is busy and doing their own stuff. One thing I figured out was everyone else is internally freaking out the same way you are, but no one talks about it, which makes you feel even more crazy. But the more people that I talked to, they kind of opened up and they were like, hey, I'm actually struggling with this thing too. That kind of helped me along the process to feel like I'm not alone in this journey. Everyone else is suffering as well. I guess that's a terrible way to put it. So the thing is, I moved to Maryland right out of college, and I've never been to the East Coast. I think I was here one time in 8th grade for the DC field trip, but besides that, I never was here. I kind of got moved into a mid-level role. I kind of skipped the entry level. So the people I was interacting with were significantly older than me and had way more experience. And they kind of came to me as if I had like 5 years of experience. And I guess this kind of like shifted into the idea of imposter syndrome. I was like, holy shit, I just graduated. I have no clue what you're talking about, but I'm gonna BS it. And most of the time they believed it. And eventually the BS became so convincing, I kind of like convinced myself. I was like, I'm actually very capable at my job and I'm able to do it effectively. So the first lesson I learned was give yourself 6 months to feel freaked out. By giving yourself this time frame, if you feel confused, lonely, I don't know, have an existential crisis, it gives you space to kind of grow and to experiment with your thoughts. What I mean by this is you're kind of accepting the process that it's going to be hard, and trying to be competent in your job or new role right after college is arduous. It's pretty much impossible. So by giving yourself time in these 6 months, you're able to commit mistakes without beating yourself up so much and kind of be like, hey, I'm doing the best I can. I just graduated school a year ago. That really gave me a lot of freedom to kind of mess up and enjoy the journey of adulthood. As time went on, things do get better. Like things significantly get better. Once you get competent in your job, you start meeting more people because you're just more confident, right? Confidence builds over time. It's a natural byproduct of time. As long as you keep on going, you're able to meet people outside of work and you're able to approach them at like Whole Foods or the go-kart track and be like, hey, how's it going? My name is Min. Do you want to be my friend? You know, you're kind of shocked because like in college, you didn't really do that. You met people through your classes, intramural sports, your fraternity is like, hey, what's up? I'm 20 years old. I like to booze. Do you? And it's like, you have a friend. But in the adult world, you have to kind of become more intellectual and have something more meaningful to share. And you have to realize everyone else is trying to meet people as well. This sounds so crazy. Transition to my next topic is go to the bar alone or social events alone. Now what you're thinking, it is so terrifying to go to a bar alone. It's so weird. You're walking in there and you're looking around and you're just like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm here. I'd rather just be home playing video games. But no, like definitely go out, get outside your comfort zone. You're building competence in this field. And once you get a couple of drinks down, I know it's like a crutch. You loosen up and you gotta realize other people your age or older also want to meet. So there's that mutual understanding. Hey, I don't have any friends, me neither. Let's meet up and let's try to create this friendship. And I think that's a really awesome thing. And I learned this the hard way. Your peer group doesn't have to be within your own age range. It could be from 18 all the way to 100 years old. And that was so cool. For the longest time in college, I always hung out with people my own age. And there's kind of that immaturity factor within that. But when you're hanging out with people older than you learn a lot of things and you take away a lot of valuable lessons that you wouldn't have like learned the other way, and also might save you from making that mistake. So I've been hanging out with people who are like 36 plus. I went to my like coworker's birthday. She was turning 39. I had a very fun time. And I was able to relate with individuals significantly older than me. And I was so proud of myself. I was like, hey, here I am, like right out of college, and I'm able to keep up with the big dogs. And they enjoyed my company. So if I have advice, go out and hang out with people older than you. It doesn't have to be people within your own age range. And I think there's some beauty within that. And I guess my final thing is, as time goes on, the feeling of depression will just naturally fade away. One day you'll wake up and kind of be like, I kind of have this thing down. I can do this adulting thing very well. And you won't feel freaked out as much because you'll get in your routine of going to work, doing your tasks, and you'll become competent. And I think that's really important. That's when life becomes easier. Because in the beginning, you're just freaking out in your apprenticeship phase. And I'm not saying your learning ends. I'm just saying your energy can go to more important things like building relationships and kind of developing yourself even further. Instead of just learning the small tasks that are kind of annoying, you just become capable. I think you need to have faith in the bigger picture that these feelings of depression and freaking out and anxiety, they'll naturally fade away. But you have to keep on going. You can't stop. Reaching out to your old friends can help too. Reaching out to your family members and just FaceTiming them and just admitting like, hey, I kind of feel freaked out. Just be honest with the people in your life. Like, hey, I don't feel that great. I kind of just feel like lost. And the more people I talk to is, aren't we all lost? I don't think you ever just realize, I know what I'm gonna do here on earth. I think it changes as you age, right? Your interests fade and new things come, and that's exciting. You'll be okay. And that's something that I just kind of realized with time was it fades away on its own. It might take a month, a year, or 2 years, even 4 years. And I think that time varies per person. And that's the beauty of it. But have faith that things will work out. I hope you're able to find some value from this YouTube video. I know it's all over the place, but until next time, guys.